Hello, guys. It's a beautiful morning today. So, today I'll be speaking to you guys about happiness. What is happiness and how to achieve happiness in your life? I mean, there's this presumptions and this ideology that you need you need to have a lot of money to be happy. You need to acquire a lot of wealth to be happy. But that's been a perpetual myth. It's You don't need a lot of money to be happy. Take for example, a homeless person has a higher probability of finding happiness than a millionaire because happiness is not found from out there, from outside of you. Happiness is found from within. So as you go in, you seek inwardly, uh, try to find yourself, then that's when you can obtain happiness. For me, finding happiness, uh, I had to go in. I had to search from within to find happiness because prior to that, I was seeking in outwardly what it meant for me to be happy. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about. Happiness. That's the main topic for today. So happiness happiness is a state of mind. Happiness, right now, you can choose and decide to be happy right this instant because it's a state of mind. You don't need all this material possessions, all this material wealth to be happy. The those who strive to find happiness through success, through material possessions, it's take for example a linear line. So as as you move as you move toward success, happiness is right here. As you move towards success, you move in further away from happiness because your main focus is on wealth, and your main focus is on the money, is on the material possessions, and you forget to go inwardly. So as you continue to search outwardly, trying to find success, trying to find, the more you're going to get lost. So when you do find happiness, everything just comes to you abundantly because you're in a higher vibration. You are matching that exact thing you're seeking. So it is easier just to be happy and not to worry about the material possessions, the money, and then the money will come to you because you're in a vibratory alignment with what you seek. So Mother Nature tends to take the path of least resistance. So the more you resist certain things, the further it will get away from you. The more you seek it, the more you pay attention to it, then um, it will gravitate towards you. Uh, but also you cannot hold it too tightly because your fear of losing it will cause you to lose it. So it's it's a whole different concept when it comes to finding happiness and keeping happiness because a person that acquires happiness, they become in alignment with what they seek. So anything they can think of, their desires, it manifests very quickly and it manifests more abundantly. So for example, let's take a homeless person. The probability of a homeless person achieve happiness um, is pretty high versus a millionaire. So a millionaire is more focused on making more money. It's focusing on money, material possessions, versus a homeless person. A homeless person lives in the moment. So a homeless person can stay and observe its his or her surroundings. It can be in the present moment, being observant, being aware. That's what being higher consciousness mean is you are being aware of your surroundings, you are being aware of yourself. So a homeless person, once they have food, shelter, they're pretty much happy. They have all the necessities. Then everything else will be just material possessions. I'm not saying that it's impossible to be a millionaire and to not have happiness. What the money allows you to do the money allows you comfort, and the money allows you greater opportunity to find happiness. But that's where the people get lost in. They get lost in the money. So the more they acquire money, the more they acquire wealth, the more they want. People are never satisfied. So once you become satisfied and with what you have, then you become to be grateful. You practice gratitude. Then that's going inwardly. So the money the money does help, but it's not the ultimate goal. So why do people acquire all this massive wealth? Because they want happiness. The ultimate goal for them is they want to be happy, but they lose they lose the chance of finding happiness because they're so focused on the material aspect. So I'll be explaining to you what's the main things that you need to have for you to be happy. First thing is you need a foundation for happiness, uh, which is freedom. You need to have freedom. I've explained in an earlier video of what it means to have freedom. Freedom is, I'll explain that in more in depth in another video, but I'll briefly touch on what freedom is. Freedom is waking up whenever you want, waking up in the morning and decide how you want to live your life. You know, you're not confined to 9 to 5, you're not confined to somebody who's telling you what to do and how to live your day. So you decide on what to do with your day from minute to minute. So that's freedom. So once you have freedom, then you have to have that set of mind where um, you do not think you do not care what people think about you. So once you have that mentality, is you don't care what people think of you. Let's say you approach someone, and your mentality changes from uh, prior mentality would probably be, I wonder what do they think of me. But as you shift your mentality, as you encounter the person, your thinking becomes, what do I think of them? You know, you're not fixated on being validated by them. So whatever they think of you, it doesn't really matter. You know, so it's having that mentality of I don't care what people think. Once you don't care what people think, you have true freedom, true mental freedom, because you have freedom of expression. You can express yourself how you want. You don't have to live your life um, based on what other people are thinking about you. You don't have to live your life, because most people, they live their life based on what they think others perceive them as. So if, for instance, if you go into a crowd, most people will behave based on how they think the other person will react. So for instance, if I go into a crowd, right, and I'm walking in the crowd, it would be weird for me to just suddenly just lay down in the middle of the crowd, right? Just that's one of the experiment I will be doing later on in another video. Just go into a random crowd and just lay down and see the reactions of people, because that's not what they used to see. That's not what they're conditioned to see in their reality. You know, once somebody does that, they they um they start to think, this guy is weird. What the heck is this guy is doing? They start to question things, but that also has to do with uh, losing yourself to find yourself. I'll make another video of what this actually means and what does it entails, because you have to lose yourself to find yourself, which means in order to be the type of person you want to be, you have to shed the old self. You have to go inwardly and remove all the negative things and all the things you don't want to associate the new self with. So we'll stay on topic, which is happiness. So you need foundation, which is uh, which is freedom, physical freedom, freedom of movement. Then you need mental freedom, which is freedom of like to express how you want to live your life. So you can live your life how you want. You're not worried about what people are thinking. That's freedom of expression. Then the next one is you need the basic necessities. Once you have the basic necessities, everything else is just material possession. It does not matter. So when you do acquire, I mean, it's easy to have the physical, the basic necessities. All you need is shelter, food, and clothing. Once you have those, you can be happy because you have all you need. Everything else you can acquire by using this. This is the most important tools I will be focusing on in my series of videos, which is your mental capacity, using your mental mind to acquire anything. Anything is possible. If you can imagine it, it can manifest into your reality, because everything around you, everything you see is not what it seems. Everything is a simulation. You are in a computer. Imagine for a second, you playing a video game, right? And the characters are navigating around the video game. And there's certain places you can go and there's certain places that's restricted by you. For instance, I remember playing Grand Theft Auto way back. If you were to go into the ocean, you would drown and die if you didn't know how to swim. That's the same thing it is in this reality. If you go into the ocean, you don't know how to swim, you will die. There's certain rules that's set, but it has a lot to do with your belief. So in the video game, you could see the stars, right? But you can never reach the stars. As above, so below. So nature tends to give us reflections of into the physical world of what it's like in 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 the I guess in the simulation. So in the video games, you have places you can go, but uh, the character in the video game doesn't know it's in a video game, because that's all the world they know, because all the world has already been created. So as they maneuver around, they find things to do, and they can interact with other players. So this is the same thing with this reality. It's a simulation. So there's certain restrictions that's been set where it limits you, but as you begin to use your mental power, then all these limitations become lifted. Your belief changes. So the greatest thing in this world is your belief. Your belief your belief is what creates your reality. So I don't want to stay off topic here. So we'll stay with the that's belief, and all that will be for future videos. So today we'll stick with happiness. So happiness is waking up in the morning, just feeling total bliss. Okay, imagine a point of time where you had instant, where you had just blissful, where you were just blissful, just pure bliss and pure happiness. Imagine that moment just continue day on and day on out, and every day. It's like you living in a honeymoon on earth. That's the representation of heaven on earth. For me, it's heaven on earth every day, because I wake up, I feel total bliss, I feel happy, and it's just pure happiness. And I don't need anyone else outside of myself to make me feel this way, because it's all a mindset. So once you have that mindset, you can be alone by yourself and be just total happy. So you don't need no one else to complete you. You don't need a significant other to complete you. You yourself, you find contentment in yourself. And this is the presumptions that people make, that people are by themselves or sometimes lonely. No, that's not the case. For me, I love being alone. I love being by myself, because it's it's a beautiful feeling because you have freedom to do what you want. You're not tied down by someone else. You don't have to, uh, you know, collaborate with someone to find out what plans you guys need to do to, to go this and where. You get the idea. So uh, being alone is beautiful. I love being by myself because it helps you find yourself. Solitaire is the ultimate form of creativity. So once you become comfortable with being yourself, with being by yourself, then you tend to find yourself. You tend to go inwardly and observe your environment and whatnot. So happiness is uh, having that mindset of being happy. So the other there's the three foundations, which is freedom, physical freedom to move, and the second is um, freedom of expression, mental freedom. Then you need to have the necessities, the basic necessities, and you will truly find freedom. But the most the most beautiful thing is the mindset you need to have. You can just you can lose everything. You can lose everything you have. If you have that mindset, you will still be happy because you're not you're not needing those physical things to make you happy. You're just happy by yourself. And most of the people that's the it seems like the more money a person has, well, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but the it's a program because it's what's supposed to happen. So let's, for example, the most of the wealthy people are depressed because they are chasing material possessions. They are chasing uh, outwardly for something that lies within. So the further they chase that thing outwardly, they will never find it because it's found from within. So therefore, they get lost in the matrix. They get lost in this physical world trying to find something that lies from within. So for instance, it's like me looking for a pencil in the house when the pencil is in the car outside. I will never find it because I'm looking in the wrong place. This is similar to what happiness is. If you look outwardly for happiness, you will never find it. It will always elude you because it's found from within. You need to go from within, and then you will find happiness. So I will be I will be making um, a program where I help people find happiness, and there are clothing designs on my website, fashion, visionary fashion, uh, that has to do with meditation. Once you once you have those around you, you can remind yourself to meditate. And there's also a design that say just be happy. Just be happy. As you wear those clothing, then you begin to program your subconscious mind to be happy. The more you see it, the more you program your subconscious mind to be happy, find happiness. So this is all for the video for today, guys. And if you want to learn more, just write in the comment section or let me know. So my next feature videos will probably be on a different topic, but will also touch base with happiness as well, just to link the two videos together. So this is all for today. Later, guys.